All right, we gotta give. Once we're all sitting down, we gotta give time for the podcast, for the theme song to go through.
How does it go?
The Leftovers.
Wow. Episode 3.
What's up?
What's up, everybody?
We're still here.
Baby. We made it.
We're still here.
All you viewers, you watch for the first 8 minutes, so...
Yeah, hey, we have an average watch time of about 8.5 minutes, so thank you so much. That's not bad.
So you're a super sub if you make it past then.
To those of you who stick around, we should have looked up every account that sticks around and shouted them out.
Yeah, we
Baby.
we are gonna do some shout outs. That's something that we are planning on doing. The first thing that we're going to do is some corrections because we got a couple things wrong last week.
We some humans out here.
We're humans.
We're making mistakes.
And humans make mistakes. And so the first thing that was being corrected is Allison Piles is the person who originally said corn nibblers or niblets, I forget which. And then I typed it into my phone, corn nobblers. And so that's how we got in the whole corn nobblers thing. So that's my bad, Allison. Also, Josh Savage does in fact still wear Toms.
So shouts out, yeah.
So Toms is not dead.
Well done.
So yeah,
I have a semi-correction. The first podcast I talked about how it annoyed me that girls at concerts did this thing with their hair. I just want to completely take that back at this point. So many of you ladies have come up to me and asked me what's up with that and gotten self-conscious about it. So I just take it back. It was just I had to think up something on the spot. You keep doing what you're doing. Keep fixing your hair.
Thank you, ladies. Get this sexist pig out of here.
Get me out.
Yeah. Get him out. Hashtag
smash. If you want me out, smash that like button.
Smash it. Smash it. On that note, before we turn it over to Hayes' Corner, a couple of announcements. One, we do have stickers now. Cameron did design them. They look sick.
They're sleek. We know. Look, I know the college audience is what we're going for here. Yeah. They look good. They're earthy tones. They're not neat. They're not popping. Okay. That's it, yeah. Okay. They're on Redbubble.
They're on Redbubble. You can click the link in our Instagram bio, I believe.
Yes, you can.
And that's going to take you right to them. I think you can also get a poster if you want. No.
You could get a t-shirt, a mug.
If you want to go big, you can go big.
Yeah, on Redbubble, you can just get them.
I want a t-shirt.
I'll
say it.
I'll also say it. I want a t-shirt. Please buy me a t-shirt.
Yeah. So those are available. Other than that, please follow us on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Just whatever you want to do, or don't. I don't know.
Yeah,
or don't. Literally, we are the leftovers.
You can click
if you have
away.
some leftover change, that's what's coming here.
Yeah.
Or some primary change.
Start putting your change in the little leftovers bucket so you can buy stuff from
one thing that we want to say is those stickers are not going to us gonna go eat in Taco Bell. Those are going to help
a charity called The Leftovers. Where 4 poor kids do a podcast where they have to pay a little bit of money to do.
No, that's not exactly what's happening. This is going.
It's pretty close. It's almost exactly what's happening.
Basically, first of all, we bought the mic, which costs money. That's going to take a lot of stickers to make up for that.
It's a nice mic, though.
Yeah. Secondly, to even give you guys the podcast on Spotify or
on a weekly basis,
on podcasts or whatever you listen to, costs us money. So,
yes, that's why that's why we did stickers. And because we want to grow our brand and let y'all know that we're out here grinding.
You can give it to us directly, or
if you really want to. We considered opening a Patreon, which for those of you who don't know is just an online charity thing. But we want to give you something in return. We don't want to just.
We also have PayPal if you guys are just feeling really generous.
Yeah, or Cash App. But let's be honest. We want you to buy the stickers. We want you to have that little piece of us on your laptop. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Anyway, we're going over to Hayes' Corner.
Oh, baby. So, this is not your favorite song. It's not just a song you've been listening to. This is a good song that you've been just jamming to this week. And if no one else is ready, then I can go ahead and go.
I'm ready straight off the bat because I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to...
It's gonna go on.
I'm gonna have to do it to them.
Oh, okay.
Because right off the bat, I don't even know how to say this. I'm gonna tear up. No, it's not Shakira. It's Mac Miller.
Oh.
I had to bring it up. We're gonna get it out of the way early. As many of you know, or maybe you don't know, Mac Miller tragically overdosed this week at age 26 years old. Real quickly, I'm just gonna talk about it. He's struggled with substance abuse for a long time, but he released an album. I literally shouted him out 2 weeks ago on the first podcast. This new album he released was like way different than his other stuff. Really seemed like he had kind of turned a new page. His brother said that he was the happiest that he had ever seen him in a long time, and so for this just to come out of nowhere was really sad, especially because he was so young. Basically just really sad. But he has a song called Wings. So I've been like since he passed away, just really been listening to that on repeat and stuff, and so there's mine.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Very sad. Very sad. Luke, actually, I had just laid down on the futon in our dorm, and I get a call from Luke, like right after I had seen the news on Instagram, and Luke was just as beat up about it. It was pretty sad. So
Terrible.
yeah,
Dang.
that's my song of the week.
Also, if you just know him as Ariana Grande's ex-boyfriend, get off this podcast. He was a legend.
Get off this podcast and buy a sticker.
Yeah.
That's what you need
Buy
to
a
make up
sticker.
for it.
Think about what you've done and come back next week.
You know what, real quickly, you know what is sad? So I saw, who was it? It was some other rapper tweeted about it, basically saying like when Mac Miller released that album on the same day as Astroworld, which Astroworld did astronomically better. Like it just blew up, you know?
Yeah.
And so people were like, wow, who even is Mac Miller now? Like he's just releasing this album and like nobody's gonna listen to it. Only people listen to Astroworld and stuff. And Mac Miller was like, it doesn't even matter to me. Like I'm doing this, just putting this music out there.
Yeah.
And now, dang. Yeah. Anyway, all right, who's got a song?
Well,
off that note.
Real quick, so I actually took a picture of Mac Miller's like plays on Spotify like the day of. And just right now, so like his song Ladders had 9 million plays. Now it has 13. Self Care had 15. Now it's at 20. Hurt Feelings is up 3 mil. The rest of them are about 3 or 4 mil up. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's awful that he died, but like now
People are appreciating it more.
30%.
Not only,
Yeah,
like, but they get to hear like his song Self Care, like
And
coming
how-
from an addict himself.
That's
You know?
so cool. Like there are not many professions where after you pass away, like there's any tangible thing left for other people to like hold on to, or like, but like as a musical artist especially, like you can hear their voice and like what they wanted to. That's amazing.
sure.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing
That's
about
He
the art.
lives
Yeah.
forever.
All right, so I got mine. Listen to a good bit of Mac DeMarco this week. Good dude.
His father Matt.
Come on.
Very
Thank
chill.
you.
Didn't know. One of my favorite songs I've never been able to pin came from a preview of a show called Atlanta that one of my favorites, Donald Glover, did. And it's actually one of Mac DeMarco's. It's his biggest song. I don't even remember what it's called.
It was
but-
on a
Chamber of Reflection?
Yes, yeah.
You sure?
It's like, it's when he's walking backwards. And that
That is an
was a
incredible
Tame Impala
song.
Yeah.
is
Are
it?
you
Is it a
thinking of
sample?
Tame Impala song?
I think it's Tame Impala. We'll play that song.
Was
for
the
you.
same thing? Like, I either sampled it or
I can see.
No, I definitely
it might be both. I mean, he probably.
But I know
We'll
the
do it later.
ad you're talking about.
But funny enough, you say Tame Impala because that is actually where the Groove of the Week has come from. It feels like we only go backwards.
Okay.
It's a great song.
Oh.
Backwards.
Okay.
There it is. Okay.
All right.
And we're ending the podcast.
Yeah, I think
you,
we
Lucas.
peaked as a podcast. It's all downhill for me. Luke, you want to go? Or?
Yeah, my groove of the week is this band called LCD Sound System. They were a big thing in like the kind of like electronic pop scene, I guess you would call it. And then they had like an awesome career. And they ended the band a few years ago, and they came back with this album called American Dream. And then the self-titled song American Dream from the album I discovered yesterday, and it's dope. Give it a listen.
Very nice.
Cool. My song is I Wish I Was by the Avett Brothers. I'm a big fan of them. It's not like a new song that like I've known this song for a while, but I just kind of discovered it, I guess.
That's the best.
Yeah, it is. And then it's just a good song. I love lyrics, and so those lyrics are really
important.
I love lyrics.
Boop-diddy scoop.
That when Kanye said that, no, but yeah, for real, that's a good song. Also, we were thinking about this, and y'all give us feedback if you want this, but maybe we were thinking about maybe making a Spotify playlist of all of our grooves of the week.
That's a sick idea.
Yeah, would you guys like that?
Love that.
And just so like y'all can look them up, so because we talk about them, but y'all don't actually get to hear them. So that could just be a place. We'd obviously post that on the Instagram, but I don't know. Let us know about that, and we'll get back to you.
I said we're gonna do it for ourselves.
Yeah,
just in
well,
case.
we might just do
you
it
can
for
listen to it, but
ourselves,
it's for
but
us.
If you want,
really.
if you're on a long drive right now, go ahead and pause the video. Look up that playlist that we've already made by this point on Spotify, because there's only 12 songs so far. Quick maths.
12.
And check it out.
12
Listen to some of those. Then come back.
Yeah.
All right, that was Groove of the Week.
Yeah. Is anybody hungry?
So, dude, I actually am
think
so hungry.
I'm a little famished.
Because oh wow.
Oh, well.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Get out.
fair. To each his own. I was thinking we start cooking something.
Okay.
I was thinking I'm gonna throw a steak in a plastic bag. We're gonna marinate it.
Okay,
But there's only one thing I marinate my steaks with.
What is it?
That is a ton of salt.
Oh, salt.
Thyme would have been
Salt.
my
Ton
guess,
of
too.
salt. A little bit of
Salt.
time. But, So
Salt.
that's me today. I've been marinating in salt. So
Oh, wow.
I've got
You have a lot?
Beyond, you guys go ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
You have a lot to get up.
I'm
Mine
gonna
is-
hit some quick ones.
Mine
but I got a
is
couple
so
big
small.
ones.
Okay.
Okay. No, please, petty.
Dude.
The pettier the better.
Raisins suck.
No,
I'm gonna say it.
out of here.
I'm gonna say it, dude.
Oh my god.
Get this sexist pig out of here.
Here's the thing. I eat. This is a Christian channel. Hecka trail mix. I eat so much trail mix every day. Probably two bags. Okay.
Wow, is that healthy?
And
That's
every time I'm disappointed by how many raisins are in there. I'm sure I could probably go out and get trail mix without raisins, but I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. I love grapes, but the raisins are just the worst cousin. If that's I don't know. So that's literally all I have. I just don't like raisins. I also don't like pickles. That's a subject for another
pickles
day.
are
Pickles
Trash,
are
I
gross.
agree.
Do you like pickles, Luke?
Of course.
This,
Oh my
I was about to say.
None of y'all like pickles?
I don't
No.
know. I don't think we've had all of us agree on something yet. It's 3-1.
One of these days, we're all gonna agree on something.
Well,
We'll
I
see.
like all foods.
That's not.
Y'all are
Zach,
just
you
babies.
can't-
I don't believe you.
I don't
Okay.
believe.
There's nothing you don't like.
We're gonna test you on that later.
I don't like raw onions.
Oh!
Oh,
I
he's a
love
baby.
them. I love them. No.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it.
Ogre, dude.
That's it. This is Salt of the Week.
All right.
Raisins suck.
Fair enough.
My salt of the week actually comes from someone on the podcast.
Oh, dude.
And it's him.
Dude.
Cameron
Roommate.
Forehand, everybody. And it's nothing to do with being roommates.
Oh.
Okay, so tragedy struck when I realized that I was not on the ultimate frisbee team. I thought I thought I was. I thought I was on the ultimate frisbee team for our intramural game tonight, but I wasn't, and I felt terrible. But then Cameron left the room, and I was like, "Dang, this sucks." Then he calls me, but like 5 to 10 minutes later, it's like, "Dude, we think you're on the roster. Like, get down here quick." I literally change clothes really quick. I'm putting on like athletic clothes.
Don't shoot the messenger, bro.
I'm literally walking out the door. He calls me back and says, "Hey man, you're not on the roster. I'm so sorry." And I was like, as I was literally going to pull the door open, I said, "Oh," and I hung up. Yeah.
I got off the phone. They go, "Is he mad?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's mad.
But like I'm not super upset because I wasn't on there to begin with.
It's
but,
not like I did something malicious or like. If anything, I was like, I know he wants to play, and I'm trying to get it to work. And we looked, and it looked like you were going to be able to, but then they
malicious or not, you hurt my feelings, dude. And I think you
sorry,
should
man.
apologize. Thank you.
I am
Thank
apologizing. I'm
you.
sorry, man.
Thank you. Salt dissolved.
Oh, nice. So I've actually been thinking about my
Oh.
saltiness of the week.
Nice.
I don't really have a good one for this, but I've been really cold in my room lately. and then I go
Really
to heat it back up, and it just stays cold. Our thermostats are very basic. They just say low, medium, high, cold, hot. And so I turned my cold dial up a little bit towards the middle, and it's still freezing. I don't want it to be hot, obviously, because it's 9 degrees outside. So when I go to turn it off, there's it's off. It doesn't do anything. And it gets all musty in the room. And there's no air circulation. And so I just wear a blanket all the time. And I'm
Get a
cold.
Snuggie.
I did have a Snuggie, and my cat pooped on it.
Oh, so really it's about your cat now.
No,
Freaking
I don't
cat.
diss cats.
Okay. Well, I have been marinating, as I said. The first one is a recurring theme, and I hate it.
Oh.
Me and my dad, oh my gosh. Every time we go to the movies, some idiot. We'll walk into the theater like 30 minutes early because we like to be places. Well, he likes to be there really early. I like to be there early enough. But we get in there like 30 minutes early. We sit down. Sometimes it's the prime spot, so I understand. Sometimes it's not even that good of a spot. It has never failed. We've never seen a movie where the next people walk in and they don't sit right in front of us or right beside us. And it's like, dude, this is so angry. There's so many seats.
Yeah.
It happened to me in my psych class the other day. I walked in super early because one of my classes got out really early. And so I walk in and I sit down. And chick literally goes to the seat right behind me. I'm like one off the back row. It's just me. And the row's like this big, so she's like bumping into me. And it's one seat behind me. Not even, she can go to row to the left, row. There's no one in there but us two. I was like, way to make that awkward.
Dang.
The next thing, phones and concerts have just gotten on my nerves.
Yeah.
I don't care if you are not paying attention, but when your brightness is all the way up and you're looking at the game, it is so annoying.
The game.
Because concerts are moderately dark. You know, and so just blasting that phone screen.
How often do you even look back and watch those videos? Is the thing.
Never.
You never do. So
No,
like,
I have
what's
never.
the like?
I will say, my girlfriend Emily, I asked her the same thing because she took a couple videos at a concert we went to recently, and I was like, "Do you watch those?" And she was like, "I actually do. Go back and watch."
Yeah.
them.
So once
So
again,
that's
you
fair,
gotta do
but-
you. It's 2018.
Just
But
don't.
also-
I'm cool with you videoing it. Just don't have it on full brightness, man. It is
And
annoying.
just don't have it on the whole time either.
Yeah, it's
because
cool to be able to look back and be like, "Oh, that was cool," you know,
Why
and
live
like
through
hear
your
it.
phone
But
screen?
Yeah.
I always just take one quick little 30 seconds.
You do like the
video.
intro. You do like them coming out, and so people are like, "Oh,
Yeah,
nice."
or like your favorite song.
Yeah.
because that is cool.
Just be smart.
Be smart.
Be smart.
That's just a good piece of advice.
Be smart.
Hey,
Luke.
Don't be an idiot.
think about things first.
If people just
I
thought,
think about what idiots do, and I don't.
Exactly.
Literally.
Just don't be an idiot.
All right, so the next thing is being an absolute idiot. I apologize. So basically, no problem, but drop somebody off after. I just had an intramural game, so kind of sweaty.
Yeah.
Also, so I don't know if I was breathing heavy at all, which I don't think I was, but that is why. Pick a kid up and I drive him back to his dorm. No problem. I just hate this. You let him out. You just drove him back. And instead of letting you get on with your life, he walks in front of the car, and you're like, "Are you kidding? I just did you the solid, and you betrayed me like that, you know?"
I don't think I've ever thought about that.
It drives me insane. I'm like,
Really?
I would love to go.
Did
right
you know
now,
I'm
but I
walking in
can't."
front of your car every time?
Oh, I will run you over. Now you know. He didn't know, so that's okay. But
Does he know now? Does he listen? to the
I should have
podcast?
rolled the other way, but she's like, "Hey, you do that again, you're never getting a ride. I don't care. I will tell the whole world, and I am right now. I'll name drop you if you do it again." The last thing is something I pretty much just thought of.
He's got a lot.
Cheap watches. This is it's a pretty nice watch. It looks good at the very
It's
least.
from Walmart, isn't it?
No, it's from Amazon.
Okay.
It's from some Chinese manufacturer. Came in a really cool box. It looks great. I enjoy it. People have complimented me. It's like the nice fake leather, so people are like, "Oh, that's a slick watch." You know what is the worst though? Is the centerpiece, the thing that shows what time, has flipped around and it keeps flipping around. It's not doesn't have the numbers on it, but it just makes it so much harder.
Do you
to
see
read.
how it should be
It
this?
should be
So
up this way.
Yeah.
Oh.
And see, this little thingy, it's one of those things that has the date on it, and so you can't even read
The
it,
listeners
so-
right now are like, "What?
Yeah, so that just made me salty. It was like $13, but still, man, I had to order another one.
Another.
So, man, it was good to get off my chest.
Cool.
That was a lot of stuff.
All right.
Cool.
Cool.
Dope.
Oh.
Quick update on a story we talked about last week.
It's like seamless. Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. It's a heartwarmer, this one.
Good.
We talked last week about a man named Stephen Carl. He was an actor on Lazy Town. He died of cancer. The internet, big thing going on, blah, blah, blah. Well, now people are subscribing to his YouTube channel to get him to 1 million subscribers, so he gets like a special diamond like thing from YouTube, like to give to his family and stuff.
That's cool.
So that was a cool thing done by. Sometimes the internet is cool and nice. Most of the time it's not, and most of the time it will roast someone right after they die. But sometimes it is nice.
Luke, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, what's the point of that?
I don't know.
I think
it's literally nothing else the internet can do.
Token of like
it's just like, thank you
respect.
for now it's a new segment we're doing. The first of two, actually. This first new segment is for you guys. It is going to be our shout-outs. So each of us just going to shout out a couple people. Anybody like to start?
Luke. Oh, okay.
Lucas, thanks, buddy.
Shout out to Gabby Adams.
Nice.
Listen to the podcast. My summer fling, Alexis.
He just went ahead and did it.
What up, girl?
Yes.
Can we take a quick pause? Because
Yes.
she's the only one that has emailed us.
Thank you so much, Summer Fling Alexis.
Just to throw this in there, you can email us, DM us, anything, and we'll literally talk about it on the podcast.
Is a summer fling only a summer fling in the summer, and once you get out, a summer flung?
No, it's a summer. Get out. Get out of
It's
here.
flung a
Sexist
word.
pigs,
Yeah,
get
flung.
him. Find him.
Isn't flung a word?
I don't think so. I don't think I.
Alexis Zozel. I don't know if that's how you say their name. Just wrote in and said Luke sucks.
Yeah.
And that she didn't even bother to spell out sucks.
Nope.
It's with the X.
I love that.
So,
Please send us more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everybody type Cameron is a sexist pig in the chat.
Oh,
She also.
Just kidding.
did
It's a
this
joke. It's a
happen to
joke.
She also said, also, can you please explain the meaning of Thanksgiving to me? Thank you. We've already talked about Thanksgiving. I don't think we need to get into it. But Thanksgiving is for giving thanks. It's in the name. Come on.
Yeah.
It's in the name.
okay. Shouts out. Who's got him?
Shout out.
I would say one of my shout outs is going to Meredith Beasley.
No, the
She
Beasleys.
is she wants to be a guest, first of all. But she is a dedicated listener, and she talks to me about the podcast every time we see each other. So shout out to her. My other shout out is going out to none other than Allie Brown, who none of y'all know except we got lunch with her. She kind of basically like sent a message about like y'all are creating and I really appreciate that. Keep creating, and it was really encouraging. So that's awesome that we're getting that kind of stuff. And then one more, I know we're only supposed to do two, but I'm throw in it because it's Justin Hopkins.
Hey.
Shout out.
Justin
shout out.
Hopkins threw a
J-Hop,
lot
Mr. Hoppy.
of love to us in our Instagram DMs, as well as some advice, some of which has been taken. So shout out. Some of which. No, it is all really good advice. But Justin, thank you for listening. Thank you for your advice. You rock. I'm done with mine.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shem. Massive shout out to Shem. This guy literally since day one has been listening and talking to us about it. We're gonna get him on as a guest for sure.
Yes, has to happen.
Also, wow, there's so many of y'all that have been so
You just
kind.
got to keep listening to hear your name.
So
Shout
kind.
it out.
I don't really. Thomas Gray.
Yes.
You could shout that man out for a million reasons, but one, he always comes up and talks to me and sends it in the group message and stuff like that. Elena Rodriguez, shout out. You were one of the first ones that like said you were watching it. Jack Alexander, also he only listened to a little bit of it, but shout out to you.
Nice.
Let's see.
You can save some for next week.
Yeah.
Keep them.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it to a minimum just because we literally could go on.
Oh, I could shout out 100
So
people
many.
who talk to me. Thank you for coming up to us. I'd like to shout out good friend of the show, Lake Williams. I don't know if y'all know Lake at all.
I think I follow him on
Cool guy.
Instagram.
He just walked up to me the other day. Was like, dude, I really like Joe's podcast. So that means a lot. And then also my big Colton Haynes. What a man in many ways.
What a beast.
Absolute tank.
Such a beast.
Thank you as well.
Oh.
Finally, for Hayes' Corner, we have another new segment, actually. I like to call it internet trash.
Just
something.
Internet trash.
It was found on a subreddit called That Happened, r/That Happened.
I've heard of that.
Essentially, what they do is they find ridiculous stories on the internet and point out how fake and awful they are. So I have one here today that I would love to read.
Please do.
I'll try and do it all the justice I can. I've abridged none of this. This is straight from the text.
The holy text.
Me, out shopping, looking all fly with my Marvel Comics tote bag featuring several characters. Dude, nice bag. Me, thanks. Keeps on shopping. Dude, do you even know who all those characters are? Me, yeah? Dude, okay then, who's that guy? Points at a character on the bag. Me, wait, are you asking me to prove that I'm enough of a fan to carry this bag? Dude, smirks. That's what I thought. He's called the Silver Surfer. I bet you don't even know his real name. Me, doesn't matter. Starts to edge away before I start punching throats. Dude, psh, you're not a real fan. Me, slowly unsheathing my Wolverine claws. How many pairs of chromosomes do humans contain in their cells? Dude, what? Me, explain the function of cellular mitosis. Nothing from the guy. Me, what is the purpose of myelin sheath with regards to the formation of new neural pathways? Dude, what are you even talking about? Me, oh well, it seemed that you were implying that if I don't know as much about the Marvel Universe as you do, then I can't possibly be considered a real fan. This is me implying that because you don't know as much about the human body as I do, you can't possibly be considered a real human being. Just got him. Dude, there's 3 lines that just say, dude, and then there's nothing. And then there's 4th line that says, dude, wow, you're right. Have a nice day. Starts to shuffle away. Me, his name is Norin Rad. Dude, looks incredibly embarrassed.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you, someone who wrote that.
Hey, that happened.
That happened, baby.
Happened.
That definitely happened.
And they all clapped.
And then
Everyone on the Marvel tote bag clapped.
Wow.
So
internet trash.
Oh, man.
Or is it internet treasure?
I really think it's trash that's turned into treasure. Someone put it out there being like, look how cool I am. And people are like, yes, dude.
Yes.
You are awesome.
You are.
Please share more.
What's next on the docket for Hayes' Corner?
Well, that's it. Kevin?
I thought you had... Oh, wait, no, that was it?
That's it, man.
Oh, cool.
That's it.
All right. I do have quite a few things that we can talk about. But let's go with the first one. This is one that I really wanted to talk about as soon as it came out, but we had just recorded the second episode, or we like a couple days after. This is, of course, the Feels Like Summer Childish Gambino music video, which we've all seen, correct? Yeah. I just wanted to discuss our thoughts, and Childish Gambino is close to the heart of this show. In fact, Hayes, didn't you recently go to a Gambino concert?
Good Lord, it was amazing. That guy is so talented in every way. I think he's one of the greatest entertainers of our generation. If you look him up, he literally has done every single thing. He's like the modern day Renaissance man, but he's so like charismatic and draws you in. Like his concert, it felt like minutes. Like I could have been there for hours.
Dang.
He's amazing.
The man, like, he has every ounce of respect from like everybody. It feels like, you know what I'm saying? Like you'd be so hard pressed to find someone who doesn't at least like respect what he's done, and he has no beef with anybody else because he's just so good at what he does. So he's like, okay, so if like Kanye West had made that music video, it would have started all sorts of like beef and like, oh well, why is this? Basically, the video is like an animated video of him walking down the street, looking at houses and stuff, and there's like every other rapper like doing something, or like you could probably make so many like statements about each rapper doing something or whatever. But regardless, like if Kanye had done that, would have started a huge uproar. I'm so sure of it. But Childish Gambino was like, I own this mug. I'm gonna like tell you what all you guys are in this video, and it's gonna be me. It's so good. You guys should watch the video.
It was trending #1 on YouTube like 30 minutes after it dropped.
Right.
Like
it's
insane.
One thing that I saw that I thought was interesting is like there's one big name that's noticeably absent in that video, and that's
Do you guys know who it is?
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And I was confused as to like why isn't Kendrick, like, who's pretty much like a staple in the game,
Probably the greatest right now.
It's probably like recognized real, like Gambino's like, I'm not going to put him in because like there's nothing like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, Joey Badass isn't in there.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I would think he would get a shout out, but I don't know.
Anyway, great video.
Awesome
We're all a huge fan of the guy, so you guys should watch the video. The song is great,
fantastic.
just in general. Like,
Do you want to talk about like possible meanings of the song or the video?
if you have some, I don't really. I haven't looked that far into it.
Yeah, the lyrics are kind of like melancholy. It talks about like, 7 billion people moving around the sun. Like, what does it all mean? And he talks about like, kind of just on like global warming and stuff like that.
Every
And
day's hotter than the one before.
Kind of gets like existential a little bit. And I think like as he's like walking down the street, he's just kind of like unbothered by everything that's going on around him. I think he's like kind of commenting on like dang, like all these people are like living their lives, like they have all these like all this stuff going on in their lives, and like in the meantime, like we're all gonna die someday.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I think you're actually right. That's a good point. Because like you see the other rappers like literally like playing with toys in the front yard, and it's kind of like he's saying like everybody's so caught up in like the beef. And
Right,
stuff.
and like J. Cole was like spraying his water hose on like some of the younger guys, which I think was definitely like him, like an allude to him like making that 1985 thing.
Yeah, I just think that like J. Cole didn't ask for that. Like didn't ask for those kids to come at him. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, if anyone, like J. Cole would be one of the ones that I would say is like not as much like a lot of those other guys.
No, and I agree with that. I'm just saying that. I think
but no, I don't feel like anyone respects J. Cole these days.
no one does.
No,
And I don't like
No.
because he's a great guy.
he is.
Yeah, and I think it's because like Kendrick Lamar has this perfect balance between like he makes like trap like hardcore songs, but they also have meaning, and then he also has songs that are like not as trappy but still have a lot of meaning. And I feel like a lot of like the rap listening community, if I could even say that, is like they either want it to be like super trappy or
Like super like
and
R&B,
so J. Cole's like very like his stuff is like maybe like on this last album there were a few that like you would go in the gym and like ball out to, you know what I'm saying, but like or like work out to, but there's not that many of them, and so
that's true.
I don't know.
He's very commentary heavy in his lyrics, and so that might drive some away. I don't know. Shifting gears a little bit, actually a lot of bit from this.
Good.
Like a complete 180.
Okay.
Would you guys try goat yoga?
No.
No?
I'd give it a
Well,
try.
do you know what
I'll
goat
try
yoga
anything
is?
once.
So
Yoga
let me.
goats.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. So basically, it's this out in LA. I saw this on. First of all, I saw this on the Netflix show Magic for Humans.
Great.
Which is a crazy show about this magician. I don't understand how he does what he does. But one of the like tricks that he does happens in LA in this like area. It's like a goat pen, and there's a bunch of just women doing yoga around a bunch of goats. And like at one point, like they put like when you're arching your back, I don't forget what the position's called. They'll put a goat on top of your back, and they're like for balance, I guess.
I mean, if you're paying extra for that,
Some baloney.
that's some.
What if it's the
baloney.
same price though? Just like
Same price, whatever. I guess I don't.
I could just buy a goat and do yoga at my house.
How are you gonna put the goat on top of yourself, Luke?
Yoga.
you can train.
You can't just say yoga.
No,
can train
that's a
the
yoga
goat.
move. Put the goat on your back.
Oh.
You
I mean, you
gotta-
could put it on before you.
No, you just gotta train the goat
Or you could train him to
to
get up
hop up on your back. Or maybe they do that. I don't remember, to be honest.
You're
It's been
drinking a
while.
Dr. Pepper, you finish it, you put it on your back, and then the goat likes cans, so he gets up there.
This is kind of a. But
Or
didn't,
LaCroix's probably more on that level.
yeah.
Just
Didn't we? Wasn't there a teacher at our high school who thought like yoga was like,
Satan.
yeah, like if you're a Christian you shouldn't do yoga?
I don't remember.
I've heard that
I would
before.
not be surprised.
What?
It's associated with like Buddhism.
Yeah, so I
I
guess
see
I
it.
kind of get it, but isn't that well?
So you heard it here. Yoga is Satan.
Yep.
Yoga
First.
equals Satan. That's the name of this
That's
podcast.
the-
Yeah,
So,
the goat is a common satanic symbol.
Oh, you're right.
Evan.
All right. Well, maybe don't try to go yoga. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. Here's a little thing that I thought was really interesting.
Okay.
Where you might have seen this, so don't say if you know. Where do you think the most tigers, like the biggest population of tigers, is in the world? Where do you think this is?
You're talking city or country?
Country. Or not? Yeah.
Tigers.
Country?
Let's say.
I feel like us because of zoos.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Okay. Which state?
I almost want to say Tennessee.
Mississippi.
No. What'd you say?
Tennessee.
Tennessee, Mississippi.
California.
It's Texas.
Texas
Texas has over 2,000 tigers in captivity. A lot of rich people in Texas use tigers as their pets. And, of course, the ones that we have in zoos. And
I'm Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson.
What? Wait, you need to explain
From The Office.
That. Oh, yeah.
He prank calls Ryan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just thought that was crazy. They're endangered in Asia, but over here, like, tigers are doing all right.
Because we could talk about...
Oh, definitely. Well, what's crazy about that is, I mean, you say all right, but, I mean, what percent of those are not in a zoo or privately owned?
That would be interesting to look up.
I would almost say zero. Like, I don't think...
Well, there's a lot... You know what's becoming more popular is those, like, drive-through safaris.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that plays
I don't think
a role.
they have those there.
You don't think so?
I don't think, like, aggressive predators are there.
That's
unless it's
fair.
really enclosed. Because, like, the one I went to was, like, it was very open.
Yeah,
like,
the one in Tyler?
Yeah, yeah. And,
Yeah.
Do you guys feel strongly about zoos?
Yeah.
It makes me sad. Like, it does
Really?
genuinely makes me sad every time I walk through.
Iffy. I mean, I like, the zoos that I really support and the ones I enjoy, obviously they can't all be like this, but it's the ones where, like, they've found animals, like a baby elephant, it has no family, or like something's wrong with it, and so they take it back and nurse it back. And then obviously once they do that, they can't put it back in the wild because it hasn't adjusted. So like a lot of zoos have animals that basically have been grown up in captivity, not for the purpose of like being a show, but just because they would have died otherwise. So like I just put that. However, there is one in Mississippi that has been shut down several times because it is hella illegal.
Yeah.
They just, I don't even know. I think they literally like buy them off the black market. Like, it's crazy.
I went to Seattle last summer, and they have a zoo there that's basically just these massive, massive areas. Like, you could go to the zoo and, like, maybe not even see an animal for a lot of time because you're basically, like, going into that animal's habitat, and they have, like, kind of closed-off walkways. So you're just walking through, like, looking and hoping that you see one. And that, to me, is at least a little bit better because it's giving the animals this huge space to at least, like, have.
That's really nice.
But I understand you can't do that everywhere. I think the older I've gotten, it's just kind of like a zoo doesn't even really appeal to me anymore because I like have a little like this feeling of guilt a little bit.
Yeah. Lukey, you got any opinions on zoos?
Don't like them.
Don't like them. You heard it here first. Next thing is a little question. What movies have made y'all cry?
Oh.
Yeah. Let's just go around. I'll start if y'all can't think of any.
for it. I mean, I can think of some.
I've got one too.
Okay, Cameron, you start us off.
Oh, shoot. The one that immediately comes to mind is Good Will Hunting, of course. If I haven't already said this on the podcast, my favorite movie. I have a poster of Robin Williams in my room. He's my favorite actor. Rest in peace. That movie, like, there are a couple times where I would say that I cried. Not every time, but, like, I don't know. I don't really feel like getting into it. Like, it's just like a sad. It's just. I mean, you just watch the movie for yourself and you see what I'm saying. There's a lot of like this tension between like dealing with your past or like this guy is blessed with a gift and is like, is it his like duty to like use that gift or like I don't know. There's a lot of good
duty.
Oh man, really.
Also, there's a scene in Treasure Planet, the animated film by Disney, made a long time ago. Severely underrated, great film.
Cameron loves it.
I really do love this movie. There's a scene whenever the young Jimbo, it's like him and his mom whenever he's really young.
Jimbo.
And
the name just
they're playing it's the Goo Goo Dolls song, I'm Still Here. one of the greatest songs ever. It's playing, and like you see like Jimbo like running down the stairs to the house, and he sees his dad like leaving. It's just like a really sad moment. But yeah, that's it.
Hayes?
Yes. I don't know if it was entirely because of the movie, but Forrest Gump was definitely a movie. I think it was because I think I have a real big heart for like outsiders and like maybe special needs as well. So I don't know. That just kind of down it.
The part where he's playing ping pong with his son, and he's like, "Is he like normal?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That
there's a lot in that
heavy.
movie, but I don't know, I'm not a social crier, so like if I saw that movie in a crowded theater, there's no chance. No chance. The only time I've wanted to cry like in front of people is honestly when I saw the movie Lone Survivor. Like I absolutely love that movie. I did, but I just can't. I can't cry in front of people. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think one that gets me emotional, I think I've cried maybe once or twice, is Remember the Titans. Just one of the best sports movies out there. And, man, the part where, like, so many times where they, like, overcome some obstacle and, racism is a thing in this movie. And they, like, become brothers. And, when Gary Bertier's in the hospital and Julius comes to see him, and the nurse is like, "I'm sorry, only Ken." And he's like, "Can't you see? We're related." And I was like, man, it's so good.
It's so good.
And when Brock makes it in the end zone, look up, Brock, you're in the end zone. Sometimes it's just...
The movie Radio made me cry, too. Have you all seen Radio?
I haven't. I've heard really good things about it. For me, I think for some reason war movies make me cry. I don't know why. It's just the sad war movies.
Someone giving their life.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Fury is one that I cried in. I cried in The Last Samurai. When they're doing that last charge against. Oh, it's just so
movies
good.
are amazing that they can make you feel.
Yeah, that just conveys like so much. Yeah, that was awesome. And then two that really like make me mad that made me cry were Bridge to Terabithia and Where the Wild Things Are. Both of those movies.
I never saw that.
Where the Wild Things Are made me cry for no reason. Like it's so dumb.
It's awesome.
You like that one?
Yeah, and like I read growing up reading the children's book. So
Yeah,
see it all come to life.
So
the art in that is cool.
Spin-off of this question. So you have movies that like have made you cry. What are you may not be able to think of these, but just if you're driving, think about these. What are movies that have tried to make you cry, but you've been like,
I thought that's where you're going.
That is so dumb, or like, have y'all had those? Maybe
yeah, I definitely have, but I've never. I can't think of like a concrete example right now.
I would say most of those movies I don't think even registered that I saw them because they were trash.
They're normally.
I mean, I wonder. I guess I was thinking like, what's the line? Like, why are these movies good at that, and why are these movies like really cheesy and awful at that?
I think that some of them are like what you call tear jerkers, where they're literally just kind of like trying to get you to cry, and then some of them like Forrest Gump. That movie's not intended to make you cry.
Well, it's like the genuineness of it is like
it's a very genuine movie, and so there's when there is an emotional scene, then that kind of makes it like so. Yeah, I agree, and also Saving Private Ryan. I think I cried in that one as well.
Yeah, war movies are just tough because you just start to think like about your freedom. I mean, especially as Americans, obviously, or whatever. And just that, like, it could be a lot worse, obviously. And, like, these guys who you don't even know have gone out and experienced things, like, way beyond our imaginations. And, like, we don't ever think about it. And, like, it's tough. And I think, honestly, well, never mind.
No,
I was gonna say, and that's why like whenever Colin Kaepernick was like kneeling and stuff, that's why I'm not even gonna get into it. But I think that's why a lot of people like genuinely got upset because it's like they were prioritizing themselves over what these like men and women have sacrificed.
Did you hear? He actually talked to a veteran about it and was like, the veteran he wanted to originally sit, but the veteran was like, no, like you can't like kneel because that's like showing respect to fallen soldiers. So, like, that's why he chose to kneel instead of sit. Just not commenting about it.
Yeah. I mean, I can see both sides.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna...
If there's one thing that gets me really fired up is, like, it's just, like, veterans in general, like, just supporting our troops. Because whether or not, the government's doing what you want it to do. Like, these people are still, like, putting their lives out, regardless of what even they believe. Like, some of them, didn't vote for whoever's in office or don't want what's going on. So, I don't know. Always respect.
Yeah. Well, I got some more stuff. And Hayes,
hit it, Kev.
Do you have a couple things that you want to just...
You got it.
Okay.
What time we at?
We're sitting at 45 minutes. I think this is a good time to introduce to those of you who are still listening at this point. Thank you. And as a thank you, if you are the first person to share this episode on your Instagram story, we're going to get you a free Redbubble sticker.
That's right.
That is guaranteed.
That's right.
That's just for you sticking in there with us through thick and thin. We appreciate you. And so, yeah, if you're the first one, you're going to get a free sticker. We can't do like 5 because we're broke, but we can do one. Good times come on. Probably copyrighted. Whatever.
Can't copyright that.
Yeah, you probably can.
Try me.
Hayes, I kind of want to talk about a story.
I would love to
We could do that story segment. You remember?
We could do that. And maybe this will start.
Okay.
So, freshman year, Hayes Daugherty tried to do a marketing internship. Is that correct? You tried to do it was a marketing internship.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us about the marketing internship.
So, I don't know if it's because, like, my resume has been... No, I haven't told a whole lot of people this. This is good to get out. I haven't told a whole lot of people
Enough time has passed.
Basically, I think it's because most of my references were from Texas. Like, it was really tough to get a job in Mississippi because, I mean, who knows about any of the places in Texas that I've worked. So, I had one of those job websites, and I was just, like, applying everywhere. And, like, one of the places that reached out to me was... in unnamed, what are they? They're like tax something. I don't even understand really what they do. They're like, they do your taxes basically, but they're not accountants. I guarantee they're not accountants. Basically, I was offered, it was like, it wasn't even an intern. It was like, I want to say it was like head of marketing. And I was like, sick. Like, obviously it was a small place, so like maybe they just needed somebody to do whatever. So I got in contact. I think they called me, and they were like, all right, let's meet at like 8:30 in the morning, and we'll get to business. So like I get in there, and they were talking to me. They're super nice, but they were talking about how this was going to be I think they said like interactive interview. Like they were basically going to like, we just want to see like, what you do on the job in this interview. I was like, okay, like, that's cool, whatever. Shortly I realized what marketing meant to them, and that meant putting on a Statue of Liberty costume, going out on the street and spinning a sign. And geez.
Oh,
I mean, like, put yourself in my shoes, because you're way too far in at this point. You're dressed up for an interview, and they're like, okay, we need you to put this costume on and go spin the sign. And I was like, this is a good story, so I guess I'll do it. I felt like we were out there for so long. I was like, please. It was one of the most public streets. I was like, please, no one drive by that. I know this would be awful. I was spinning the sign right in front of my face, so like, just in case. I think it was about 45 minutes to an hour. They were like, okay, like, we'll go inside now. I was like, oh, God, like, thank the Lord this is over. And Evan was actually playing in a baseball game in, like, maybe an hour or something, so I was like, all right, cool, I get to go see him. Then they were like, all right, let's go to part 2 of the interactive interview. It's like, we're going to go do what we do on, I think it was like a schedule for them. Like every Saturday, we go around to the Walmart parking lot and we put these little sticky things on people's, their mirrors. So that way, when they look in their mirror, they have to see our business. And I was like, okay, that is sketch and not cool. So I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't realize this interview was going to take so long. I really need to go and, see my friend play in this baseball game. And so I just kind of deuced, and it was really awkward. And I was like, they called me back later, and I did not respond.
Nice.
And you had not heard from him since?
I think they called me twice, and I was just like, what happened? I forgot about that. That's good though.
Yeah, we were both thinking about that earlier. And I was like, well, remember that time?
I did not want to tell anybody for a long time either. I was embarrassed.
I have a story kind of relating to that.
Oh, perfect.
I think I told y'all this.
Yes.
But so I applied to be a Domino's delivery boy, and the way they like communicated with me was through text. And so like they like I got this text one day like, hey, can we ask you a few questions? I answered it, and they're like, cool, you sound like you have potential to be a delivery boy. I was like, all right. And they're like, can you come in and do an interview like Thursday at 4:00? I was like, yeah, of course. And so
It's so funny.
Thursday rolls around, I shave my face, I whip out my nice clothes,
boy.
my nice khakis, and I get up all dressed up and nice and I walk outside. I kind of waited a little bit too long to like kind of start walking towards my car and go to the interview. But I walk out and like I don't see my car, and like this happens to me a lot. Like there's a lot of places you can park at my school, and so I was like, oh, okay, let's walk around and see if I can find my car. It's like I walk around like a ton of buildings. I even walk like way down the ways at the parking garage, and I could not find my car for the life of me. And at this point, it's 30 minutes past since when I should be there, and so I just go back to my dorm room and take a nap. And so later in the day, I'm just like going out for a walk. That's what I like to do at night. And then I see my car in like this random parking lot all the way across campus that I wouldn't have thought to check. So I was like, oh, okay, there's my car. I'm an idiot. And then 2 days later, I get a text from Domino's, and they say, welcome aboard. Glad you're on our team. Sweet. And I didn't answer.
Domino's is desperate.
I love that.
Oh, man.
That inspire any stories, Evan?
No, it did not.
I have one story that's super random. I've just been thinking about it today. Maybe you have to have the context of knowing this person. But little side note. If you ever become the principal or superintendent of a school, do not upgrade your technology to iPads/MacBooks, because that's a horrible idea, and kids will never get anything done. Evidence of this next story. So I think we had several kids really drop out of our school because we had iPads, and they would literally just do whatever the heck they wanted, myself included, honestly, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It was way too easy. But I think it was actually Cameron who told me. I don't remember who. But one day, there was this kid who always was getting distracted, doing his own thing in class. Never was on task, ever. He was Googling pictures of cheeseburgers. I just don't, literally just looking at them. Like, it wasn't like you, looked at one cheeseburger. It was just scrolling through pages.
Doing research, dude.
I don't know if he was
hungry? Yeah.
I don't know if it was around lunch. He was like, damn.
Anything to not pay attention.
But man,
that's desperate right there.
What you can
we could play games on our iPads. It wasn't like we were constrained to just looking at photos of food. Like we could literally play games on Miniclip or whatever.
Yeah. There's some great ways to waste your day.
But he chose cheeseburgers. Wow.
Choose cheeseburgers.
Just love it, man.
Choose
I don't know.
cheese.
It's like
Next
the
shirt
40
idea?
things of Hobby Lobby. It's like choose joy. I'm gonna get a tattoo that says choose cheeseburgers.
Choose
Let's do
cheeseburgers.
it. All four of us. If you like our podcast enough, you'll come get this tattoo.
Yeah.
Choose.
I got some other things.
Hit it.
We got
Hit us again.
We're
Baby.
at 53.
Hit us again.
Okay, well, let's do
12:30
one small thing.
a.m. for those of you wondering.
Okay, we'll do this quickie. This quick thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's get it quick.
Let's move past that. Fashion or comfort, folks? Do we choose fashion over comfort or comfort over fashion?
I think I have the trump card here. They're called joggers. I think they encompass both.
Some people would not call it fashion.
Some people don't like the ankle; it keeps in the heat.
Well, they can suck it because they are nice. They're nice enough to where people are like, okay, he's not wearing sweatpants, he's wearing joggers.
But in general, what would you
comfortable.
choose?
If I did literally straight choose between two?
Well, I guess that's not a great
This
question.
might offend a lot of people, but if I see you wearing joggers, I kind of think you're a douche.
What?
Fair. I'll wear them all day.
So Cameron literally has been wearing joggers all day.
I wore them all day too.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
That's fair. I respect that.
You can.
I don't own joggers.
Really?
I don't
Oh,
either.
they're the best. I love
They really
them.
are.
Wear
Yes.
normal sweatpants.
But
They're
What about not
stylish
not
sweatpants.
sweatpants joggers like not khaki but like
Yeah, there's like, I mean, yeah, there are like
Like
khaki
khakis.
joggers basically.
So what
But
I'm
they're
hearing,
comfortable
what
in
I'm
the
hearing
house.
is, Luke, your comfort over fashion, maybe, or is
don't
comfort
know.
your fashion?
I would say
Just
typically.
wear what I want.
Yeah, I'd say typically I'm comfort over.
and if it's
fashion, but if I
uncomfortable,
can-
you would still wear that over
Yeah.
another shirt that's comfortable. Okay, so yeah, you're
Just wear.
So he's fashion.
fashion.
Okay.
Yeah. If you would wear if you tried something on and you were like, dang, I look good in this, but it's a little uncomfortable, and you still choose to buy it and wear it, that's easily fashion over comfort.
Like-
I'd say there's different. I think I have a diverse enough closet. I've like probably like 2 of those shirts. Like mainly for you, Emily. Thank you for making me buy those because I don't look like a scrub as much.
How often do you wear pants that are just like uncomfortable? Unless like they're like the right size and right fit. Like I don't understand how people.
I think it's easier for guys. First of all, we're 4
Yeah,
guys.
true.
Like girls have to try on a lot of different
That's
stuff.
why we need to have a girl.
But I was even thinking like for like suit and tie and stuff like. That mug is uncomfortable as frick.
hot.
You're like
It's
choking
so
the whole
hot.
time. Like you can get it loose, but like it's still like up against your neck. It's super hot. You got to worry about the buttons all the time. The pants got to fit right and stuff. Like, but you just got to wear it. You just got
you
to.
gotta grind.
I
through it.
say life is a lot about balance, and when you can Venn diagram that thing and get that right in between,
That's true.
I think that's joggers. I'll make the argument for that.
joggers.
Collared jerseys is another interesting point.
Yeah.
Who knew that joggers would be the most controversial topic this episode of The
I
Leftovers?
did not. I thought they were universally loved. Let's put out a poll. Once this podcast goes live,
We will put out a poll in
joggers, are they comfort or are they stylish? Please let us know.
We are going to
Are
do
you a
that.
douchebag if you wear them?
Or are you just a normal human being?
We're gonna
See,
get
but
to the
if you're
bottom
on
of
the
the
if you're
ankle.
on the thought process of I'll wear whatever I want, then shouldn't you have sympathy for other people who are just wearing whatever?
Yeah,
they
I
want?
mean, you do whatever you want.
But you
Nice.
think
You're
they're
still gonna
douchebag.
give them a second.
You're a douche.
Nah, that's fair.
Fair enough.
I guess.
Fair
All right, boys. Well, if there's nothing else, I think we're gonna call it here. We're about at time.
Do we have a way to end the podcast yet?
No, we don't.
We should maybe end it with shout outs.
Yes, that's a good
Next
idea.
time.
Next
I had
time.
one.
What's
You
up?
just go ahead and throw that shout out in there.
Chip Wilson.
Chip Wilson.
Chippy Chip.
Wilson.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
he
you
was
watched?
texting
Wow.
me about stuff
No
throughout the whole
way.
thing.
I
Yeah, man.
forgot
Chip,
about
you're one of the
Absolute
realest people at this
unit.
school, honestly.
Shout out to
Chip
Chip.
Wilson.
Chip Wilson, top bins.
Top bins. Chip, I
do.
would.
R.I.P.
I
Mac.
want to brag on Chip. He's very chill, very cool.
Yeah,
Awesome
he
guy.
is a great dude.
Much respect, much love.
All right.
So yeah, that's gonna be it. Once again, subscribe, smash that like. You know what to do.
More than anything, just talk to us about what
Talk
you thought.
to us,
Yeah.
please.
You don't agree with us on any of this stuff or whatever,
Oh,
like
let
we
us
want to
know.
hear it.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Get a
So-
heated discussion in the comments about joggers.
We want more comments, people. That's like we want commentary on our work, even if it's terrible. If you just literally, the only commentary we had this week was Luke sucks,
And that's okay.
and we're okay with that.
And that's okay.
And
That's okay.
Tell
we
us
just
we
want
all
more.
suck.
We want more, and yeah, just don't forget about the Redbubble, our stickers. And I think that's gonna be it.
Gonna
for-
Bye,
wrap it
everybody.
up.
See you next week.
Bye.
We're out.